It's Thursday, so that means it's time for Grave Geeks. I'm sure they'll be rolling in any minute. I'm waiting for I'm first.
I'm number one.
Hello.
Hello.
You're right. We were rolling in any minute.
There's a delay.
There is.
Yeah. It starts going before it actually starts. How's everybody tonight?
Good.
Tired. Very tired.
Why? All you did was ride.
Excuse you. I have been up since 5 o'clock. Well, 5:15. And yes, all I did was ride for 4 hours, but then I just had freaking anxiety attack central for the last 2 hours. Or 3 hours.
Well, forgive me.
But I'm here and I'm on time.
All right. Good job, Tasha.
We didn't think that was gonna happen, so now I gotta see if I can manage to make semi-okay coffee.
Joe and Laura are here. Sit down.
Yay. I sent you a message on Discord with my homework photo.
To me?
I got it.
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
screen record at the same time.
I'm like, to me? I figured out if I put the background on before I start, then I can use it. So, Central in the house.
Why is this thing not working? I don't want to break
Hello, North Central.
Jay's in the
Hello.
house.
Say it ain't so. Is he really? I thought he was MIA.
He's alive. So, our homework this week was to find something in a year, hopefully we all didn't pick the same year, that happened on this day, whether it's something from your family or something in history. I have something from my family and a couple things from history, which might tie into that man over there's history.
Oh man.
Ooh. So does anybody specifically want to go first, or do we want to just go across?
I'm gonna have to hold for a minute.
You're fine. You want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. I will kick it off if it'll make me big. There we go. Okay. So now I just gotta get my little card. Oh. I had a little business card that I used that's folded in half so that I could put it over my camera. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is a diary from 1871. So that's the year I chose, 1871.
I'm getting old, so.
So this was his entry from February 27th, 1871. I go to Albany today to work again. Got down there 10 o'clock. I went up Charlie Wendell twice on errands for him. Split some kindling wood for him. Took tea with him in the evening. Went back to Mrs. Lowe's. Slept there that night. Get Mrs. clothes I need and one lodging. I commence work in the storeroom. A very dusty place, I tell you. So the bottom part is actually, it looks like in a different ink. And this is done with a quill, not a ballpoint pen.
It's pretty.
It is pretty. And then another thing that was interesting that happened this day on February 27th, 1871. Are you ready? Louis Sperry Chafer,
I know him.
the founder and first president of Dallas Theological Seminary, was born
Huh.
on this day. And then there was a couple other quick things. I figured it was okay because it was either the day after or the day. Why is it saying that? I want to change the background that's already there, please and thank you.
No.
Hang on.
Ooh, it's going to let you.
So there was a coal conspiracy. So there was a bunch of coal workers that were striking for better pay and to lower the price of coal. And this came from the New Yorker on this day. And then one other thing. Now, hang on. Really?
Miss Mama Molnar. Hello.
Mama. So
Hi, Mama.
this talks about the soldiers and sailors of 1812. So this was posted in the paper on February 27th, 1871. But what it was is it went into effect the day before. So the president has approved and set granting pensions to soldiers and sailors of the War of 1812 and the widows of deceased sailors. So it authorizes and directs the Secretary of Interior to place on the pension rolls the names of surviving officers and enlisted and drafted men, including militia and volunteers of the military and naval services of the United States who served 60 days in the war with Great Britain in 1812 and were honorably discharged into such officers and soldiers as may have been personally named in any resolution of Congress for any specific service in said war, although their term of service may have been less than 60 days, and who at no time during the rebellion adhered to the excuse of the enemies of the government. And then also that same day, the peace treaty of Versailles was also signed. So the day of this year, right around it, was kind of important. So the service members from 1812 got a pension and their widows. The Treaty of Versailles was signed, and my great-great-grandfather stayed in Albany that day.
I finally found something.
I can go next.
Well,
Go
do
ahead.
you want to go, Amanda? Did you have anything?
Amanda.
I do.
I have to.
He's got my picture.
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know what the light's gonna look like in here, so bear
I
with
thought
me
you
for
could
a
put
second.
pictures up.
I can't, but I can't read at the same time on my phone because I gotta
okay.
yeah.
Fair enough. You need to get
Give me
yourself
one
a print.
I was gonna say
One
that
minute,
anyway.
1 minute.
Telling you, the brother, workhorse. Just get the laser printer.
Yes, thank you for
God
that, by
damn
the
it.
way.
Hold on.
She took
Allie gave me one of those brother printers.
I thought mine broke. It was actually my internet. So I got a new one. And yeah,
Wow.
that worked just fine. Whoops.
Do you have any other printers lying around that are broken?
No. Don't think so.
Oh my.
I actually think I just chucked mine last summer. The other one, it was
Looks to be Shirley Temple.
It is Shirley Temple.
Aw.
So the title was Shirley Temple received $50,000 per film. So on this
Shit.
day, February 27th, 1935, at the 7th Academy Awards ceremony, 6-year-old Hollywood star Shirley Temple receives the first ever kid-sized juvenile Oscar. Shirley Temple receives the first ever kid-sized juvenile Oscar. The trophy measures roughly half the size of a full-size Oscar. I thought that was kind of cool. $50,000 per film.
She was rich.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, look at those dimples. Of course she was.
So cute.
She worked hard.
Yes, you did.
I grew up with her.
Animal crackers in my soup. Rabbits looped on.
My mom used to call me Shirley Temple when I was little.
Oh.
Did you have the curls?
On the very tips, it curled. But I think it was because I'd run around singing her songs from the movies all day.
Adorable.
That was a cute one, Amanda.
I liked it.
I thought that was a good one.
What you got, Mac? It's your turn.
Can you go to B?
F.
So who's going?
Go ahead.
You.
Go ahead.
You,
Oh, okay.
B.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Mine comes from Grover's Diary in 1936. Colder and snowy, wind in southwest, blustery high winds. February, going out like a lion. Maybe March will come in like a good fellow. Hope so. Bud just came back from Darnell's Japan, had an uprising for 4 of its officials were pewed to unalived. Haven't heard any news from down south. Hope to hear soon. Would like to be down there so I can see for myself.
I love that February 27th was one of his longer entries.
Yep, that's why I chose it. So that's it.
Well, that was a good one.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Mine is very, very brief. But I love that you brought up Louis Sperry Schaefer, because I had just learned about him 2 days ago from Cheryl. Mine is on this day, February 27th, 2015. Not going back too far, but extremely important, at least to me. American actor Leonard Nimoy, who is best known for his portrayal as the stoic, cerebral Mr. Spock in the sci-fi TV and film franchise Star Trek, died at 83.
I taught all my
Long and
nieces
prosper.
this.
Live long and prosper.
Hold on. All right,
Peace
keep
and
it up
love.
You know
there.
what's funny?
Megan, put it back. Megan, put it back.
I'm doing it
Come
too.
on. Do the right. Are we doing right hand or left hand?
Well, it don't matter. I got it. Okay.
I'm doing it too.
Got it.
Second.
Oh, there you go, Megan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just above my door.
Yes.
no way, Megan. Megan, I didn't know you
She's
were
so
a
cool.
Trekkie. Megan.
My other half is a Trekkie, and he got that for me because he noticed I would say "live long and prosper" to all my nieces.
I love
I'd always
him.
go "live long and prosper," and he got that for me. And it used to hang in our garage, and when we moved to the new house, we hung it. We thought it'd be appropriate to hang above the door going out. So,
I do.
Christopher, everybody likes the sign that you got. Say hello to everybody.
Can,
Hi, other Christopher.
Bye.
can you show that real quick, Megan? Close? I'm sorry. I mean,
Absolutely.
but that was a cool piece.
He wants you to go back.
Hang on.
It's just a tin sign.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh,
I think
I'll look for one around here. Where did you get that, Christopher?
Well, we all know what Mac's getting
Off the
for his
Amazon?
birthday.
okay.
Well,
I'll
I
do
was
that.
gonna say somebody's phone vibrated really loud, and I think Mac had it in his pants just then.
Well, I'm not sure where we got it, Mac, but
That
I
was
will
North
look for
Central, so that's
another one.
weird.
That's all right. I will find it. Thank you, Megan. That was a cool piece.
I thought you would like that. I was like, oh my god, I have something that ties in. I went in for my lighter.
Good job. Did Christopher keep the braid in his hair?
I don't know how long he kept it in for, but he did rock it for a little while. He's unpacking our Red Lobster to go.
Okay. I was just curious. Bee's back
Okay.
big.
Yeah, so this is lovely Parker's.
Of course it is.
Okay. Horrible incineration. 11 girls roasted to unalive in a powdered factory.
I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's just the way you have to say it. I'm sorry.
I have to work around
know.
the freaking algorithm.
I know.
Oh, Megan's face. Oh, that was great.
Okay. A terrific explosion, the cause of which is a mystery. The foreman probably fatally injured. Only one of the bodies recognizable, and that one only by its size.
Oh. Oh.
Jesus, Parker.
Parker needs to limit his interests for a little bit.
Sir, you are now on safe search from now on.
I was going to say, safe search is not on.
That's a
Wow.
wild one.
Willet Bentz, Pennsylvania, February 26, 11 girls varying in age from 13 to 22 lost their lives in Powell's something factory. Sorry, it's hard to read. At Palantov, I don't know. Powdered manufacturer at the place for the use of miners. The squib is short of a fuse, which is inserted in the drill hole in the coal. Girls were employed to make these squibs because their labor is cheaper and they could do the work more efficiently than men. Powell squibs are used in primarily ovary mine in the United States and Canada.
Uh-huh.
And some are exported to the English collieries. When trade is good, the factory employs about 80 girls. Lately, however, trade has been somewhat slack, and last week part of the machinery broke down and the superintendent was compelled to lay off 40 of the girls. Yesterday morning, all hands reported for work, but the machinery was not yet in order, and all were sent home with the exception of about 17, who were retained to do some odd jobs. When the 12 o'clock whistle blew, 6 of the girls who lived nearby went to their homes for their dinner to remind for dinner. The remainder 11 all told ate their dinner in the factory. After all had dined, the girls adjourned to an entire room containing a stove. Here all sat and chatted. Maggie Lynch said she had an invitation to a social last evening. Charles Bentley had asked her to accompany him, and she said she guessed she would go. All the other girls urged her to do so, saying she would have a good time. What passed between the girls after this is not known. There is a story stopped short. Alice Reese, who carried dinner for 2 of the workers, left for her home after Miss Lurch had told of her intention to go to the social. A few minutes before 1 o'clock, almost starting up time, John Thomas, who resides near the factory, was sitting at a table eating his dinner when a violent explosion shook the dishes from the table. At first, he thought it was an explosion in the mines, but looking out of the window, he saw the roof of the factory shooting up in the air. And when it fell back again, the sides of the building were falling in. The fire enveloped the debris, and in 10 minutes' time, the structure was reduced to ashes. The speed of the flames was so rapid that it was impossible for anyone to enter the wrecked building. The miners from the Gaylord Slopo? I don't know. Rushed to the burning building and historically attempted to pull away the burning timbers so that they might enter and possibly save some of the lives of the imprisoned girls. But the flames had gained too much Broadway, and the men were absolutely powerless. When the firemen arrived, they found that their hose was not long enough to reach the fire from the nearest water supply, so that they were so unable to render material. Oh my lord, dude! When the fire finally died out for what of material to feed upon the bodies of the unfortunate girls were dug from the debris. Their body parts were gone. Nothing remained but their charred bodies, which were entirely unrecognizable.
Okay.
Miss Maggie
That's good.
There you go.
Thank you, Parker.
Parker.
I don't know your
yeah.
middle name, Parker, but I feel like it should be Michael, so I'm going with that. Parker Michael.
You're a dark boy.
Or Parker.
Yeah.
Pass.
I'm telling your parents to put your safe search on.
Yeah. If you see anything with it comes to anything morbid, please don't. For now, thank you.
He can't even be PG-17 yet. Like,
Yeah.
that was straight up rated R.
Noted.
B, did you want to go? Do yours?
I did
He
mine.
did.
He did his.
It was
The diary
Grover's.
entry.
Allie, where have you been? Have you been here the whole time?
I think he might be just
Earth the alley, Earth the alley.
All right. Megan.
I think she lived long and prospered a little too hard.
She did something.
Jesus.
I was trying to Google if I'll get caught if I vape in my room. Everything's kind of saying no as long as I blow it away from the detectors.
This is my boy.
Oh, yeah, I do that all the time. And if I get really desperate and I'm really worried about it, I just blow it into a pillow or a towel.
Okay, that's what I'll
Get
do.
you a toilet paper tube and put some paper towel in there. I'm just letting you know that works really well.
Okay. All right.
My
see your
person is
guy.
Constantine the Great. He was born on this day in the year 272. For those of you who have been living under a rock, he was Holy Roman Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. I have notes. Hang on.
Parker
Hanging
just
on.
asked if it's Benjamin Franklin.
It is, in fact, not, sweet man. It is not. However, I do love me some Benjamin Franklin, but that's another story. He was the first Roman emperor to convert to Christianity, and what is now Istanbul used to be called Constantinople. And that's all I have to say about Constantine the Great.
His eyes look like they're rolling back.
He must have had some Cheryl coffee.
He was doing something. Show us what he was doing below the
I don't know. And this comes from the internet, so I don't know. Not Wikipedia, though. I tried
can you say? Can you say his full name?
Flavius Valerius Aurelius Constantius Augustus.
Good job. I don't know if it was right or not, but good job.
It's not. The A one definitely isn't right. Aurelius Flavius Valerius Aurelius. That's
Constantinus Augustus.
The Greeks need to calm down.
Right.
I can do those pronunciations.
Okay.
Yes, Amanda.
Good job.
Words, Constantine.
Yeah, Constantine the Great.
I don't have a picture for mine because I just found it as this live started.
Ooh.
So what I did was went on to newspapers and just searched Westcott on February 27th, 1894. I did it 100 years before I was born.
Aw.
And I found two that unfortunately are both kind of similar. But anyway, one of them was from the New Zealand Herald,
No.
and it says the Wellington something. There is much unfavorable comment in the English church circling upon the delay which has been taken place in filling up the episcopal, I can't pronounce it for some reason, vacancy. In some quarters, it is attributed to sheer it's been a long day. Dilatory indifference on the part of the English prelates to whom the selection has been entrusted. One English church dignitary writes to me, I think the New Zealand people have abundant reason to complain of the action of the Archbishop of York and the Bishop of Durham. They have treated the colony as though it were a matter of absolute unimportance whether it had a bishop or not. No parish of 250 people in England would be treated in such a way. I should recommend to the colonies to choose their own bishop for their future. Our bishops are too much engrossed in their own concerns to know or care much of what goes on in the church at large. A clergyman suggests to me that the delay is due to the tremendous scholarship of the Bishop of Durham. Dr. Westcott's fame as a scholar and Bible reviser is, of course, worldwide, and my friend thinks he cannot yet discover any man whose knowledge of Greek is sufficiently profound to render him a fitting shepherd of a colonial church. He says Bishop Westcott would not regard anyone who misplaced a Greek accent as fit. This is really bad. As fit to be a hewer of wood or drawer of water in the church of God. Much of this is, of course, this is not digitized very well. But anyway, that one goes on for a while, and it gets really blurry. But then there's another one. This one is from the Australian Star on Tuesday, February 27th, 1894. And it's like in their advertisements. And it says, Dr. Westcott's pills for ladies, when taken a few days before the expected period, will produce effects to certainty. 2 seconds, 9 days, and 4 seconds, 6 days by post. Washington H. Soule and Company, agents 190 Pitt Street. Apparently he was making lady pills.
Lady pills?
That's what it says. Dr. Westcott's pills for ladies, when taken a few days before their expected period, will produce effects to certainty.
Jeez.
I'm sure it had things like stuff that used to be in Coca-Cola in it.
Yeah, I kind of.
More than likely.
I'm gonna search it and see what the heck it is, because and then the next advertisement after that says Women's Salvation.
No.
Treatises posted free. It'll teach you more in 10 minutes than all of the years you've listened to Right Professor R.R. Herman, French specialist.
Oh.
Apparently they were just really hating on ladies that day.
Minion has a caveat. So it's not quite the same, but it's similar. You know how there's many hormonal for women anti-contraceptives? Trying to think of a way to say the word without anything. Yeah. There was a natural version that had no effect on the body, was a plant, completely pure, did not affect your body negatively, basically at all. But that plant was unfortunately in Greece. So thank you, Greece, because now that plant is extinct.
Oh, well, what the heck?
Has been since 4 AD.
I'm gonna search and see what his lady pills were.
They were garlic or
What?
something.
Don't get me
stupid like
going
that.
on Greece, man.
What?
We won't.
I just Googled Dr. Westcott lady pills, and the first thing that pops up, medicine, a sweeter smell. The only effective treatment for onion eaters, Dr. Westcott concluded, was to clean the mouth thoroughly and then use a chloroform mouthwash or a chloroform tablet.
That'll shut
Go to sleep.
I mean, I'm sure that'll take the smell away.
It's right here.
It's your ancestor. I don't want to hear it.
Like, it is
That'll
right
take care
there.
of the whole problem.
Yeah, it will. You won't be
The
feeling
whole
nothing.
problem times a million.
Wow.
Is that the first Benadryl?
Oh my god.
I don't know. On to the next person because I'm just.
Christy?
I actually do have something for homework, but I can't show it right now because I'm just finishing up fixing dinner. So can you guys give me like 5 minutes?
No.
I just realized that she's here. I want to take her nose again. Got it.
She said yes, okay.
I got your nose again.
Go ahead. It's my lovely feature.
So what?
Huh?
You're next.
Oh, sorry. I forgot about the homework. I'm a bad student. I'm sorry. Sorry. I know. I'm sorry.
She's in detention.
Yep.
Huh?
F for you.
You're in detention.
Go ahead. Slap it.
No, I'm going to spank you right on the booty.
Please.
Oh.
8:32.
Don't let her.
Oh,
Go right ahead.
on my mom's side.
8:32.
You want to what? What?
It was a good time.
Okay. Very nice. Ellie, you're fine. Chaos, did you do homework?
Yes, I did. I do not have a picture, though. I actually have a picture. I just forgot to transfer it from my camera to my phone.
Yeah, I
Yay,
just
me.
got mine from my laptop.
So instead of just picking a year, I did historical events in Montana on February 27th because, well, that's where I lived. So the big one, which I can't get the internet on my laptop to work enough to load the article, so I'm just flying by the seat of my pants on this one. So the first one is the Smith Mine disaster, which happened on February 27th, 1943, which resulted in the deaths of 75 people. An explosion occurred in Smith Mine number 3, killing 30 men instantly and another 44 who suffocated. And the explosion happened 7,000 feet below the Earth's surface. The explosion was caused by a buildup of methane gas. The explosion was so powerful that people in the nearby communities didn't even feel it.
Wow.
So it's weird to think that it was a explosion so powerful that people in the nearby communities did not feel it. Over 100 rescuers were injured and exposed to the fumes. The mines never reopened. And the pictures I was going to show were pictures actually of the old mine town and the entrance to the mines, which I've taken pictures of this site. So other historical events in Montana on February 27th, 1876, was the Battle of Little Bighorn, where General Custer was defeated. Or General George Custer, sorry. Montana became the 41st state in 1889. Glacier National Park opened in 1910. It doesn't tell me what year, but it didn't tell me which year, so I'll have to look it later and I'll post it on Discord. But the discovery of silver and copper in Butte, which is what made Butte, Montana famous. And then the establishment of the Little Bighorn Battlefield National Monument also happened on this day.
Nice.
I had an ancestor that died in the Battle of Little Bighorn.
And right up on top of Glacier National Park sits Sperry Glacier and Sperry Chalet. Well,
Of course.
Oh no,
it
I knew
does.
you'd enjoy that.
oh,
So a lot of cool
They're
history
everywhere.
in Montana. I mean, Montana became a whole ass state that day.
Montani.
yeah.
Montana.
I do have one that my mother sent, so she just joined back in.
Ooh.
Sperry Chapel. I was like, what's this? I was trying to read backwards. Oh, good night, buddy. I love you.
Do you know how hard it is to get a room in Sperry Chalet because they have like very little rooms? It's a pain.
Well, that and the trek up the top to the top of the glacier has got to be pretty difficult as well.
Oh,
Good
yeah,
night, Jasper. Yeah.
It would take me a
before
few
my
days,
mom-
but I'd make it.
Drag me up then.
Before my mom leaves, I'll read this real quick. So she sent me the link to it. This was February 27th, 1874, so 100 years before she was born.
Love you too, Mom. Good night.
Oh, no, I seen that. So it says, since 1874, the J.W. Westcott Company has continuously served the Great Lakes marine community with everything from mail to Amazon deliveries, and it's made its historic mark as the world's first non-military floating postal zip code, 48222. Yet the J.W. Westcott story actually began on December 19th, 1848, with the birth of John Ward Westcott, a prominent Michigan shipping family. As a boy, John worked in his father's boatyard and in 1861 went on to be a cabin boy. By age 20, John earned his master's papers, becoming, at the time, the youngest captain on the Great Lakes. As a master, Westcott understood the challenges that shipping vessels faced, including lack of ship-to-shore and shore-to-ship communications. Westcott sought to remedy this communication problem by establishing the J.W. Westcott Company and Mail in the Pail. This past summer, NMGL did a temporary exhibit about the history of the Westcott Company. For our last presentation of our 2022 Fall Lecture Series, we'll take a comprehensive look at the company's long history as the only floating USPS zip code in the United States.
Yep. They're stationed in Detroit. I've actually seen the ship.
Really?
That's cool.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
when I
man.
get back down there, I'll have to take a picture for you guys.
So what's even a little bit funnier about this is it said that the person that did the presentation at the National Museum of Great Lakes went by his last name was Buchanan. And that was my Aunt Molly's married name.
There you go.
So that's kind of cool. But yeah, it says that Sam Buchanan is the general manager of the J.W. Westcott Company and has worked for the company for over 37 years. So, I don't know, just kind of cool to see the two last names together again with something.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Does one person want to drop so Cheryl can come up?
Ooh, me! I'll do it.
Okay.
she seemed a little excited.
Okay.
It's okay, Chaos. Calm.
Chris has got
drinking.
pictures.
I'm drinking Sprite right now instead of coffee.
Oh no.
What you got, Chris?
Wait, tell her she's got to do it on camera. Hi, Sarah.
Oh. Wait, Chris has got to go first.
I gotta find my
You
picture
watch.
anyways.
Oh no.
Just put your thumb over the camera and
I know.
you'll go away. There
I'm
you
going to
go.
cover it with a printout that I have, actually, the same article. I was shocked to find something that was close to the date within my own family. This was published in a local paper on February 28th, so tomorrow, 1958. It's actually about my grandfather, who's still alive. He'll be 90 this year.
Wow.
Cool.
Returned to base at Fort Benning. Private Leland Bonneville Jr., who entered the armed forces last September and has been stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia, arrived home Tuesday, February 18th for a 10-day furlough. Private Bonneville is in the Artillery Division of the Army and will be sailing for Germany next Tuesday. He returned to his base at Fort Benning one day this week, flying there by plane from Washington, D.C. His wife, the former Miss Shelby Jean Anderson, expects to join him in April.
That is cool.
So, I thought it was cool that I had something actually on today.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And it was actually in the family. But yeah,
He did both.
Yay!
I did the homework.
You did the homework, but you combined it. It was either could be your family or on this date, and you did both. Nice.
That would be cool.
You okay, Tosh?
Cheryl got lost in the flag.
Good, but I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
Are there bones in that Sprite?
She really didn't want to drink that Sprite.
Daryl, do you have pictures so I should make you big?
You should make me big because this is a good one. B, make sure you're watching.
Ooh.
Make sure you're watching.
I'm watching.
B. So,
I'm watching.
February 27th, 1803, U.S. Congress accepted Ohio's bid for statehood. Whoop, whoop. It was the 17th state. However, Thomas Jefferson was lame and neglected to verify their constitution, so it was corrected in 1953 by Dwight D. Eisenhower, who retroactive the date of March 1st, 1803. Just saying, ready? O-H. Okay, I'm done.
Oh, no.
She says, put me down.
Go blue.
So,
That was funny.
That was a good one, Cheryl. I was listening.
That was really good.
Ohio would have been the 17th state, but because that happened and they never ratified it, they became the 40. They were actually the 47th state.
Really? That's
Yes.
crazy.
Well, they're still written technically as the 17th state, but the date on which they signed it into law and being ratified would have made them the 47th state. So I don't know who ever forgot to sign the thing, but they done messed up.
You mean that there was a clerical error in the government?
No.
Yeah,
No way.
yeah. Imagine that. Nice, Cheryl.
That has never happened.
Is there
There's
anyone
never been errors.
in the comments that did homework that wants to come up and tell us about it?
Is mine frozen? Is everybody else frozen, or is it just me?
Just you.
Just
Just
you.
Issue.
Okay.
Must be an Ohio.
It's Ohio.
You talked about Ohio and the government screwing something up. That's it. You're
Right?
done.
Every time. Every time.
Yes, simple.
Can I read that, Allie?
Green.
Allie,
What?
can I read that
Read what?
to expound on Cheryl?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ohio is listed as the 17th state in the U.S., but technically it is number 47. Until August 7th, 1953, Congress forgot to vote on a resolution to admit Ohio to the Union. And that information comes from none other than the bathroom trivia book. I love this book.
It's almost as good as Wikipedia.
Does anybody
Park.
else want to pop down so Guru can come up?
Real quick, Parker did send another one. This
I'll
one's
go.
not bad, but I'll read it real quick.
Well, you're done, Parker.
It's Parker. So he says nobody died.
Yeah.
Miss Robert Wilson of North Rose, a lady 75 years of age, has just completed a quilt containing 10,464 pieces. She presented this wonderful piece of work to her daughter, Miss G.A. Chapin of Donson, Texas, who has been visiting her this winter. Miss Chapin, of course, places a high value upon this gift from her aged mother.
I cleaned
That
some
was
Chapins. That name sounds
Chapin.
familiar. I cleaned some. So,
It's Chapin.
yeah.
Oh,
Chapin. Sure.
well, either way, that was a nice, cute one.
Yes.
The
Good
balance
job.
of
You redeemed
the
Parker.
burning
Yes.
victims.
Yeah.
You get a B.
C plus. That first one was rough.
No.
You're up.
Okay, so before I show you the picture, this is going to be my second great grandparents. And so today is actually, you can see here the woman is Emma Jane Aft, and she was actually born in Oswego, New York. So she eventually moved to Michigan, but today she would have married 130 years ago a guy named Franklin Arthur Lovelace in Polk, Michigan. But they got divorced in 1903 on December 11th in Kent County, Michigan. They had, from the divorce records, I learned that I knew they had 3 kids, and that the complainant was actually her husband, saying that she was cruel. Well, after the divorce, she met my second great grandfather, Frank Ryan. This is them standing in front of their house. And so they got married and would have kids. But one story I loved about him is Frank Lovelace refused to let her see the kids. And so my second great grandfather actually went to the school and kidnapped the kids and brought them to the house. And so he had gotten arrested. But
damn. Wow.
But she got to see the kids, which he said that's all he cared about, so whatever. But they lived the rest of their lives together in Michigan. And it's funny, though, because when you go to family reunions, you don't bring up, her obituary said her husband had died and then she married my grandfather.
They do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that did not happen because I have the divorce records. And so people get very upset at the family reunion, so we don't talk about it anymore. But she was quite a lady because after her divorce, she became the postmaster, and she would actually loan people money in the community. And then if they couldn't pay it and they moved away, they gave her their land. And so even before she married my second great grandfather, she was already getting like all this land in the community.
Wow.
Nice.
So
for
did
her.
the second great grandfather ever say anything about her being mean?
No, I mean, they stayed together the whole time. Like, I don't know, because I thought it was odd when I looked, because at first I saw cruelty and I thought, oh, it's her saying it's him. And like, there's only like barely anybody who said it was the husband complaining that the wife was cruel.
I mean, they had 3 kids, so how cruel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I'm
it
like, how was
wasn't a
she cruel? You know, she didn't do everything he said was probably what it was. I mean, because she seemed to be a very independent woman. If she can go get a postmaster job, do all these things in the community. And so my second grandfather, he must have been okay with, you know, the way she was, if she was independent. But that's what I feel, and I can't get answers from my family. So that's what I'm going with.
Well, yeah, they don't even want to acknowledge what actually happened.
I was like, divorce papers right here.
Here's him in the census later.
I even have the police report when he was arrested for taking the kids from school.
Oh, jeez. I like that one. A+.
Thanks.
Oh, we're getting graded by the teacher.
Hello, Wisteria.
Hi.
So,
Is everything okay, Guru?
What?
It sounds like you have baby goats in the kitchen.
I can't understand what you're saying.
he said, yeah.
I still
Are
can't.
you okay? Blink twice.
What's going on?
Can you understand any of us, or is it just Mac?
I can understand you. It sounded like Allie was muted a minute ago, but she wasn't.
No.
No. Yeah, okay, I hear her now. I guess it's just Mac.
It must be she.
But I did just
Guru
get
just
back
doesn't want to hear you.
Say that again?
I don't have homework, but I just got back from that meeting.
Oh, tell us about the meeting.
How did it go?
It went really well. They approved me to clean all 4 of the cemeteries in their township, and 2 of them handed me a cash donation on the spot.
Oh,
and they told me
Nice.
legally they have to have a letter, like through their township, they have to have a letter. So they told me, I didn't ask for it, they told me to write them a letter asking for a donation. And that they would, that they would try to cover most of what they can of my supplies.
Wow.
Like,
Very good.
So it was a win for me.
It's probably paperwork so that this way they have it in file so they can have it with your name and stuff. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, you kind of did your homework today. It was a historical
that was like
day for you.
homework.
You just made history.
There you go.
I did extra credit.
You couldn't get the homework done, so you went with the extra credit.
Krista. That's really, really cool.
So now we have to take a trip to Indiana, too.
Yup.
WV, what are you doing?
Oh, and they were, I did mention that. I did mention, I talked about the Grave Geeks and talked about how everyone was kind of like everywhere, mostly on the East Coast. And I told them about how y'all had gotten together before and that if we could make it happen with this one, if they'd be okay with it. And they were all about it.
More help.
All right, so
you driving the bus?
I don't drive anywhere.
Okay.
Next year
Come on,
it's to
Corey.
Indiana.
He's working.
No, that's fine.
I'll drive the bus. You just bring the bus down here.
We'll all go on the crazy train.
Nice! Crazy train. There you go.
Go get Ozzy. Maybe he'll go with us.
Yes, another road trip.
Yeah.
Can we call it that? Our trip down to West Virginia, the crazy train, and
Sure.
just follow everybody down.
Yeah.
Sure. I marked it. 2026, Indiana.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
How far is that?
A long time.
Not super far from us. From me
Like-
and Megan.
15 hours.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just West Virginia is like 11 hours.
Yeah.
It's 9.5.
What?
Is it?
Indiana? Indiana?
It's 9.5 from here. I believe.
West
Look it up.
Virginia.
A couple.
It's 7 from here, but I haven't. That's just drive time. If you're driving straight through and you have that big old gas tank. Wow.
What county would this be in Indiana?
Gibson. I believe.
Gibson.
Gibson?
Yes. GIB as in boy, SON.
Are you ready for us, Ash?
Huh?
Are you ready for us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just looked from Adams to Indianapolis, Indiana, is 10 hours and 29 minutes. I don't know how far Indianapolis is from her, but
It's about
Thank
2
you, Joe.
hours.
Thank you, Joe.
Yep. Almost 12 hours.
8 hours for me.
But it's going to be longer than that.
You expect us to stop?
We can pick up
You
Parker
are
on the way.
way down there.
Because we hit 81 down and then take the thruway to Buffalo and then cross. We can stop by and drive by and grab Cheryl. You're going straight through Ohio.
it says that if we fly, it's only like a 4-hour flight. But we can't bring everything with us.
I
So
don't
let me
think they'll
just
let me
tell
put the
you-
tripod under the plane.
Probably not. Where all the shovels and chemicals.
All the
and-
D2. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you can't drive with a permit, sir. Not out of state. Sorry.
No.
See that happening.
Maybe he's saying, like, if he rides with one of us, he could take over on driving for a little bit. I don't know.
I don't believe you can use a New York State learner's permit outside of New York. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
Depends on what state you're in, hubby says.
And it also depends if you want that going against your car insurance if something happens.
Yeah.
Krista, did you do homework?
I'm still looking.
Okay.
I mean, I found one from today that I thought was hilarious, but that's just news from today.
Well, could be a historic event for today.
Well, it's kind of drama. See, there's this lady on our city's page who likes to talk a lot of smack, and it turns out that she's been indicted on stealing property deeds in Cohoes today, and she might serve up to 30 years in prison.
Is her last name Hokel?
That was a good one.
They very well could be related, yes.
Oh, right.
Oh boy.
So, I mean, luckily it wasn't my property deed that I'm aware of. But yeah, that's quite big news for this little city. That's a lot of help. Other than that, all is quiet in Cohoes.
Anybody else in the down low have any homework they want to share?
While we're waiting for them, I do have something that I'd like to share. It's not to do with that, but my rough draft for my proposal that was due last week.
Mm-hmm.
I got 172 points out of 175, so I got an A+ on it.
Yes, you did.
And the only comments is that it's a little long. It was 18 pages total, and it was suggested to be 15. So he said, tighten this up to meet the page range. That's really important when writing the proposals, and check the bibliography format. So I just have to work some on the citations. Shorten it. I apparently have to shorten it. Whoops. I mean, I got all the information in there. And obviously I did a good job, because it says this is a solid draft of your capstone proposal. I have no concerns about the content here. My thought all concerns the format. Like, that's good for me. I'm okay with that. It means I have to change just a couple things, and then the final should be good. I have to plug my phone in. Hold on. I don't know if I can do that on this thing. Hold on. But that was exciting. I just saw that, so I had to share.
That is very exciting.
Oh my goodness, come off the tripod.
No.
Oh my god, it doesn't want to. Ow, I just... Oh. Sorry. I just... my finger's stuck in it.
Says what she proclaimed.
That hurt. It was like the Charlie bit my finger thing all over again.
Charlie bit me.
Yeah.
Bit more finger.
All I was trying to do was plug it in.
Ouch, Charlie.
Got it.
Aren't they old now?
Who said that? Ouch, Charlie. Charlie bit my finger. Who said that?
Charlie.
Bit me.
Charlie bit me.
Was that WB?
Yes.
Yeah.
A++ in college, but can't get her phone off a tripod. Yes, that's my life. Yes, they are adults.
You know what, Cheryl?
Oh wait, she was talking about Charlie. Okay.
You know what, Cheryl? She's all bougie today. She got to ride in a Porsche. Porsche.
Got to ride in a Porsche. We had that thing going like almost 90.
So she's all bougie and she forgets about the little people today. So you get the slide.
Yes.
No, Jasper even asked me. Apparently, Jasper and my mom were like looking at the Life 360 thing to see where I was on my way down. He's like, Mom, that thing was wrong. It said that you guys were going 88 miles an hour.
Correct. It was totally wrong.
I was like, yeah,
It was
that was wrong.
Definitely.
No, I thought that I was a little bit of a speed demon. But I don't think we, like, unless we were in the construction zone or there was one accident, I don't think we went under 70. Well, did I follow them?
I'm not sure. You don't know?
Now.
So when it comes to WV, do we have any idea about like the meetup where we're gonna stay yet? I don't mean to bug you. I just wanted to make some plans.
No, I haven't been up to my grandparents yet. I'm probably going to talk to him this Saturday since I've been told he's in a decent mood.
Okay.
So I'll go up there Saturday, and if not, if he wants to be a butthole about it, I will find somewhere for y'all to stay. I'll find somewhere. So, because the cemetery is really close to where I live.
Well, if he doesn't want us to stay there, we can look around at like campgrounds and stuff like that and see what's out there.
Yeah.
Get it.
I was just gonna say if you want to like give us a list of or see if there's any around, I can always call to see if they have openings or whatever, and then we can plan it. You know, just who's coming, who's gonna stay, so how many spots we would need.
I can do that.
Screw that. I'm staying half hours. But yard.
I'll get to good God. Woo! I'll get right on that.
Gone Gravings being the bougie one, he says if he goes, he's getting a hotel.
You said you weren't gonna go, so what does the matter?
There's some nice ones in Charleston.
There you go, and he can walk because he can't drive. So.
Yeah.
I'll pick
We'll
him
just
up.
throw him in the river.
No, we'll just make sure that he has an inflatable bed, and then we'll just put him out on the river.
I mean, I live here. I'll put him down there.
What did they say, Parker?
So, what, exactly, Megan, parent happen. So, I'm just trying to think of things that people have, things that we need to bring. So, I'm going to bring some Wet and Forget in D2. So, I definitely have enough Wet and Forget for any granite stones. It's my preference. I usually use Wet and Forget on the granite stones. I use the D2 for the marble, but I mean that's user's preference. But I have enough Wet and Forget for everybody.
Yeah.
So I will
you do.
And I'll bring one of my 5 gallons of D2. And then we can also bring the tripod with the winch. And I do have epoxy. Not a lot, but I have I have a decent amount. And
I'll
then I
bring
still
that.
have, huh?
I'll bring that.
Okay. And then I have some monument setting compound and a small amount of infill, which I plan on getting some more. But I didn't know what everybody else was going to bring, or I'm also going to bring hot dogs and hamburger.
Just let me know what you want me to bring, and that's what I'll bring.
I can bring anything and everything.
Well, I mean, if sides, if somebody
I
wants.
can probably bring like a couple cases of soda.
Okay.
Or something.
Perfect.
I'm assuming there's a grocery store somewhat nearby, right? So we could.
Yeah, there's Kroger 15 minutes away.
Okay, cool. Cool.
I'll bring the ice cream like
Save a lot
Amanda
that's
just said.
10 minutes away.
Okay, Jay says he's going again. First he was going, then he wasn't going when he was doing his little MIA thing, and now he's going again.
So don't poo-poo it. Okay. Awesome. Just we'll brainwash him into coming. You're going.
I guess what kind of ice cream do you guys want? Because that's what Amanda's telling me to bring y'all.
Neapolitan.
Ice cream.
Okay,
Yeah, Neapolitan is the same thing.
You'll have to get
Come
it out
on,
here.
Montana.
You're not going to try and put it in a freaking cooler.
No, I know.
Yeah, I like Megan's idea too. Put a Discord
Yes.
section
I can do that.
too.
Oh,
Ooh,
yes.
that's smart.
Early thing.
Yep. But I definitely, we've got enough ground beef that we can bring a good bunch. And I think I have we just ordered our annual half cow. So, and I think I have 10 packages of hot dogs. So.
Oh, that's a lot.
Okay.
We have 3 press freezers. So.
Allie's just going to be throwing wieners at everybody.
Yes, it's like 20 of them. Just hit it.
Whack.
You get a
Oh, but
wiener.
if I do
You
that,
get
I
a
get in
wiener.
trouble.
Oh my god.
Anyways, I just wanted to bring it up just so that we can touch base on it, and then so WV will let us know.
Yep.
You okay with Allie bringing that many wieners down there to you?
Yes. I like hot dogs, so I'll eat as much as you want to.
You hear him? No.
I don't like hot dogs. So y'all have as
A
much as you
piece of
want.
chicken.
I'll make fried chicken though.
I'll eat that.
Well, Jay said he'll bring Speedies.
Ooh.
Oh,
I
but
need
if
to
you
try
can bring his
those.
Blackstone, that'd be awesome.
I have a
Salt.
off-brand Blackstone that is downstairs. It's like a
Is that a
dude.
smoker?
You want
No,
me to bring the
it's got the
Blackstone?
little flat part on it, but it's not labeled Blackstone.
Spark mineral.
Mine's huge.
He didn't want it, so it's mine.
Allie, mine is huge. It's like 3 feet, the biggest Blackstone they got.
Well, you said you had limited space, so I didn't. I mean, if you can, yes. It's not that we don't want to use
Back to the
WVs,
top.
but if we have 20 people there to feed, having one small Blackstone or one small grill is probably not going to be a great idea.
I've got a huge grill too. I've got I've got 2 small ones. I have a big grill, then I have the off-brand Glassstone. Whoa.
The Cragstone? Okay.
Glassstone. So I think we're okay.
Chaos, what kind of food allergies do you have?
Yes, please tell me.
You got a lot, if I remember correctly. I don't remember what
Okay,
they are, but I know that there was
I'm just
quite a few.
curious because I can make something that I know doesn't have any of that in there or something.
She can put it in Discord if she doesn't want us to list them here.
Yeah.
I think that would be easier.
Yeah. After this, I'll make a separate chat in Discord so that this way we can list the stuff.
And do you have an EpiPen?
Bring all of them.
Or 2.
Who else was it that I asked the other day if they had an EpiPen?
Cheryl.
Cheryl. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you can come North Central.
He better.
Kind of down the road, ish.
A couple hours away.
Yeah.
And Cheryl's gonna like pack the car with everything, and she's our medic, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bring all the first aid.
I'll bring
Exactly.
some
she's
mud.
she's the super trooper. I'm just a lowly paid nurse.
She'll order you around.
Scalpel. Yeah, she's
No.
gonna bring the scalpel in case you
I
get
know
any
what it
ticks.
goes. You shush.
No. No.
Yep.
That's why I got
in
to
case you
leave.
get any. Yeah.
Simmer
No.
down, Lorena Bobbitt.
Just in case you get any ticks in the piss.
Are you
flaps.
kidding me? That would be so hard to try and do with a scalpel. What?
Mm-mm.
The tick thing, she did it.
Oh no, I thought he was talking about scalpel Lorena Bobbitt. I'm like that would take an hour.
For what? What?
Using a scalpel.
For
Mrs. Bobbitt. You guys get it, right? Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know why you brought it up, but I don't know why it would take an hour.
Because it's like this long. No.
That's what she
Is it
said.
now?
Did you hear him?
No.
That's a good size.
I meant the size 10 blade, okay?
Sure, you did.
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah. It's been that kind of week.
How is it not even 9:15 right now?
I don't know. I just looked at, did you see? I was like looking at the clock. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yep.
It's really weird because if I look this way, I'm looking at myself in a mirror and it's really strange. There's a mirror right there.
That is.
It keeps throwing me way off.
So there's like 3 Tashas at once.
Yeah, it's creepy.
That would be creepy. 3 Tashas?
It is.
No.
Yeah.
There's already 2
I'm
of
good
you.
I'm good on that one.
Yeah, I'm good on that one. I don't even want there to be 3 of myself.
I wouldn't mind 2. I could at least send 1 to work.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Anything else going on for anybody? Any other good news? New cemeteries?
I got to see the stone that I cleaned
Yeah.
last year.
Hey, show the picture.
Show it. Show it.
Whoa, what the heck? I didn't want to show you anyways.
Ooh.
So you can kind of see it. So that's what it looked like before the blush and then afterwards.
Very nice. Looks fantastic.
You make roll for mine. Hold on.
And then I'm not going to be showing anything bad, but this one's
No.
for educational. No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not. This is for educational purposes as well. This is what chemical does to a stone.
Yeah. Definitely
Oh, that one. Yeah, that one's bad.
so sad. to see that happen.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, you can
It's
take
like
that off.
peeling apart, right?
It's breaking our hearts.
Would you rather have that one up there or the floating one?
No.
Speaking of,
It's called
the the abracadabra stone is still
Abracadabra. How?
The devil itself is holding that up.
Yeah.
So that's it. B's like, fine, I won't talk anymore.
No, I'm not here today.
I'm looking for you.
I'm gone mentally today.
I think we're all having complete cabin fever trying to get out. Other than North Central, who got to clean 2 headstones already. But
I should have done one today. It was nice, but it rained.
Yeah, I should have cleaned yesterday, but
I think
And
they got
Nap
up to
calling the name.
63, 64.
What's
It was
that?
70 yesterday, where I was.
Oh my god.
I'm going to
He's 70
Andersonville in a
plus.
few days if anyone needs me to look for headstones or whatever. Or records.
Did you say it was 70 in West Virginia?
Where I was, yeah.
That's just hot.
I'm really kicking myself in the butt 'cause I should have cleaned yesterday, but like I said, a nap was calling my name. Sorry. Why are you whining for?
I hope you can see that.
See what? What I do? Oh, well,
The
that
70-degree weather.
it wasn't my fault.
Parker just said that 70 is cold.
Boy, you're delusional.
I'm gonna
Are you
throw
sick?
him.
This winter is getting to you.
I think he's ill. Come here.
I think
Why
you
would
throw
forget?
him into Lake Ontario.
Polar bear dip.
Come here. You can say
Yeah.
hi. You can say hello. Come here.
We have a scratch.
It's okay. Come here.
It was a whopping
There.
42 today.
There we go.
Here, mwah, that's for her scratch.
Hi, baby. Go back here.
Hi, sweetheart.
Now you hiding?
Oh,
You hiding now?
can I allude to our surprise? Cheryl? I gotta ask Cheryl.
What? Oh, sorry.
Don't wait.
No.
Oh.
I don't know what I did.
Can I not tell exactly, but tell the instructions that we're gonna tell them?
You're being oddly big.
Obviously. That's the point.
Much like the live. Come on.
Okay. So B, you will be
I didn't
getting
do
a
it.
package in the mail from Cheryl that you cannot open until it's on Gravegeek Live.
Oh, okay.
The suspense is gonna kill him.
Yep.
No, I'd be more worried if it goes tick, tick, tick.
No, there's no ticking.
Yes.
No,
Everyone's asking.
no, it is perfectly safe. It will
You
not
like glitter,
break,
right?
It won't cut. It won't turn.
Open it
into
outside.
anything it does.
It's a trap.
Don't open it in the greenhouse.
Trap.
No.
That would be even better.
Leave it outside.
Yeah, no,
I might.
it's full of glitter. So
No. Nothing will jump out. It will
Exactly.
not
It's
scare
from
you.
Ohio. Don't trust it. Don't trust it.
I was gonna say it is from
Ohio.
Ohio. You might want to.
Like I said, I'll open it right on the porch for everyone.
It's from Cheryl. Like she would do anything bad.
Sure, she wouldn't.
That might be a flash.
You want to reframe that?
Rephrase it? No, I don't. Not Cheryl. Other people maybe, not Cheryl.
Cheryl's
I
a
would.
nice person.
I do it.
Hey, Audrey.
You just
wink, wink.
If it came from
You just
Tasha,
hear-
I'd be scared, but not.
Yeah, you just be hearing.
I'm okay, thank you.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
No. So just when you get it, hold it, and you'll get to open it on Gravegeek.
Okay.
So you better just hope
He's
you
probably
get it on
gonna
a
cheat and open
Thursday.
it and then tape it back up and say he didn't open it.
No,
so-
we'll be able to tell.
Yeah, Cheryl will have to put something in there a specific way.
Something that'll spray paint.
That's what I'm worried about, everyone.
I have to go to watch now. Oh man.
Cheryl wouldn't do that. But if you open it early, the next one might.
Yeah.
No.
Oh boy. So what else is going on for everybody? Good news only. It's Thursday.
I'm not
Next
dying
one on
anymore.
Friday.
Actually, Joan and B, I know I put in the chat that I was at Crown Hill Cemetery when I was in Indianapolis yesterday. I don't know if anyone's ever been there, but I know you two, Joan and B, are planning on going there soon. You should check it out if you haven't. Huh?
We'll be at Fort Wayne.
Oh, that's right. We talked. I forgot.
Yeah.
I take that back. Well, maybe you can stop on your way to Bloomington. But anyway, it's really cool. It's such a gorgeous place.
Yeah.
I was able to find a photo that I've been looking for a while.
Oh.
Give me one sec. I gotta take off green screen so you can see it. And make myself bigger. So this is obviously a photocopy, but this is the only photo I have of my third great grandparents, my second great grandparents, and my great grandfather.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Holy smokes!
What does it say under it?
Does that
It's
label
the
them?
names. The names
Oh,
of the
okay.
people.
Is it in order?
Yes.
That is gold. That's gold right there.
Yeah. So it's harder to show, but the two older people in the middle, right there, that's my third great grandfather, and that's my third great grandmother.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
And then that's my second great grandma, my third great grandfather, second great grandfather, and then that boy where my finger is at is my great grandfather.
That's awesome.
That's awesome to have that many.
I was
people.
able to find it.
Where'd you find it?
It was actually in an envelope, so I got it from my great aunt's children because I was going to message her a couple years ago to get family information, but then I got told that she sadly passed away a few months before I called.
Oh.
So they graciously photocopied me that information, and then she was working on a small little tree herself. And so it's some of the information I have already, but it's in her handwriting and
Oh, that's cool to have.
everything like that. So
sweet.
So I was looking for the photo anyways because I wanted to do another age photo like I did with the first one.
Cool.
Yeah.
But this one has over 32 people, and I have to distinguish between people and figure out who they are.
Is that for next week, Josie?
So
next week is the random find a grave. Or was that a previous one?
Elizabeth Gadsden Stewart. She's from Gouldtown, New Jersey, Gouldtown Memorial Park.
And also Chaos Awesome on the new chickens.
I have 21 suggested edits.
This is
but
also.
Alex. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm done.
Oh. I was just going to say, so this is also a reminder for everybody to check your eBay searches. So if you haven't yet, a good way to find things like, you know, I found my fourth great grandmother's family Bible on eBay. You set up save searches on eBay using family names, especially if you have a family name that is different. So the one that I have is Devendorf. Not a common name. You're not going to get weird things, you know, like that. There is some dolls for Devendorf, but other than that, that's that comes up. But you save search it, and it will notify you if something with that name pops up. And you never know. You might find postcards, Bibles, pictures, all sorts of things that might have that. Because when people list stuff, especially collectors or people that go to auctions and things like that, if it's listed on the back or a name, it will go through, and they usually will list the last names if there's something on there.
Yeah, I've tried with the Weskets, but I can't, like, because they own the Weskett freaking rulers and scissors and all of that, so
So
Yeah,
my
you might want
I
to
can't do
set up.
my apps because all the apps come up.
So for that, you might want to set a search for Weskett book, or Weskett, or another one, Weskett Bible, or Weskett.
Okay, I'll have to try Bible because they have notebooks.
Okay.
It just, the Weskett company, like, you could go to Walmart even now and get the rulers and scissors and all of that, and it just,
it's a pain in my ass.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, that
maybe
right
that's
there.
everything.
That.
Right.
Like for real.
So,
He's like,
What are
oh
you
look.
talking about?
I think that you can put 2 words in there. I don't know if it would look for just in that order. So you might want to put Bible Westgate and then Westgate Bible.
Okay.
Postcard.
Amanda, it's the way that you spelt it, so WESCOTT. They also go with WESTCOTT,
West.
WESCOT, and WESCOTE.
Let's go.
Yes.
That's cool.
And even the ones with the T in the middle, it's pronounced Westcott. The T is kind of like a silent player in it.
Name variations are always fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially when they change it 3 different times throughout it.
Another interesting fact I learned this week is so the Scottish Parliament pardoned all of the witches that were unalived in the past by, the fires. And they have officially created and produced and licensed a witch tartan that you can buy. And there's great significance in how it was set up. So it's black with red and gray lines. It's really interesting, and it's interesting how they set it up with how many lines, how it's crossed, and the number of lines and stuff.
There's a lot that goes into tartan.
There is. But it is actually, licensed.
Is that
That's
really
his mama?
Mama?
Yep. My mama.
Well, I'm gonna have to
She's
send
been
her a
misbehaving.
Hello,
She needs a
Ashley's mama.
spanking.
We're going to come visit. Surprise! You now have 20 extra kids. Exactly, Kristen.
I love your daughter, by the way. She's like my soul sister.
Yeah, man, that's my mama.
Hey, sister, soul, sister, go.
She's the coolest.
Get that.
Oh, you be quiet.
You get it from her if you're misbehaving.
Yes.
I wasn't doing that to you, Allie.
Okay.
I wasn't.
You're picking on me, man.
I'm at 6%. I need to go on the charger.
Both of our moms have popped in here at this point saying
Where's
if we're
mine?
misbehaving, we take after them.
My mom said she was all excited. She's like, I can't wait for your blog tonight.
Your blog? Oh, man.
Okay.
I mean, she's not really wrong.
It gets turned into a blog.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, it gets turned into a podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Did she say blog?
Yeah.
No, I think she said podcast.
Okay.
You're right. There you go. Live blog, Amanda. You are 100% correct.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got the words.
Oh, very cool. So was it random, Josie? Was it random?
Kind of.
That's the fun of it. That's why I like the random.
Yeah, it's not anybody that we've cleaned or touched.
So for next week,
Love you, Mom.
for next week,
Have a good night. You're not old.
See
You
you
might
soon.
be tired, but you're not old.
Hi, Mom.
She really ain't that old, to be honest with you.
Yell at her for us.
What, like 4 years older than me, probably?
What?
Middle Georgia.
I said she's probably 4 years older than me, like Tasha's mom. Tasha's mom's 7 years older than me.
4 years older.
Well, she'll be 57 on March 10th.
Okay, so a few more than that.
And I'll be 31 on March 10th.
She planned that one out.
No, she had no idea. The day I was born, it was her birthday until my dad brought in a cake saying happy birthday, and she went, "What?"
Oh, you know what?
She had no idea. So,
oh, jeez.
I was a surprise.
Surprise!
Happy birthday, Mom.
Okay, you made another birthday.
Hey, B, what were you gonna say?
I was just going to say, this one's going to shock everyone. I'll give a little hint for next week. I picked someone in Ohio, and I stayed with it.
Aww.
Good job.
Oh, we're proud of you.
That's very
Proud. Well, thank you. We don't really buy them. We usually clean them or document ones that are already there. But thank you for the offer.
Yes, thank you.
I hope I don't need one for a very long time, though.
Oh, we don't either.
Right. We all hope that. We have more things to do. So, yes. Next week.
Oh, it's Guru.
Sorry, I'm washing my hands. Sorry.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but like, so Mac's screen went off. So I thought he was peeing or something.
I automatically looked at you, Tasha, and I was like, nope, not her.
It's not me.
I just knew it got really quiet, and I looked over at the screen. Everyone's just like staring at the screen.
Well, because that's what it sounded like. Somebody was peeing. Oh my goodness.
Chaos. I thought about that too. So, next week is Random Find a Grave.
With what Chaos just said about the giant quartz crystal, in the cemetery behind the cheese plant in Adams, there is one that I think it's rose quartz that it's made out of. It was for Becky Rhodes. Her parents own the Rhodes greenhouse, but she OD'd a couple years ago, and she was working on her I think she just finished her master's and was working on her doctorate in archaeology. So they did like a big one. I don't know if I can find a picture of it.
So, I think we should have one rule on there for the random, numbers. I think that they should at least be passed by 10 years.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just to not.
Yep.
Agreed.
So
On what now?
for the random find a grave.
Well,
So if you put a random number in and what comes up, is recent within the last 10 years, pick another one. Just for privacy stuff,
Yeah.
That's like adding ones to find a grave. I try not to add them.
Here. Who are you protecting?
No, she's just putting it out
Because
there
it goes
general.
it goes on the website.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just so that like it's not butthurting anybody that looks at the website and finds their dead
We don't need any more drama
sewn on
right
there.
now. So.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if we're just talking about the find a grave page, then that's one thing. But we're also doing research on the family sometimes, so that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Try and keep it
Yeah,
more
'cause
in the past.
even Find a Grave itself says that, which I mean, I know people don't listen.
I
I
know.
put full obituaries on there, but they say to take
Oh,
out.
I make people upset. I'm like, nope, delete people. Delete it, and then I will add it. You do not add living people on it.
Yeah, well, if I do add obituaries, I usually survivors.
Allie.
Yes.
There it is. It's not rose quartz. I don't know what it is.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I don't know.
That's granite.
Is it like I was gonna say, is that like a pink granite?
It's a natural granite stone.
Okay. All I know is that it was really pretty, and like people leave a bunch of rocks there for her and everything.
That's cool.
Night North Sun.
I see a screenshot of every single one of us doing this.
Okay,
You
there's
don't see me doing it, but I'm doing it.
there's the full thing.
Yeah, that's
That's a
natural
good
granite.
size headstone too.
And then
Or that should be a big pumpkin.
if it wants to load. Oh goodness. Okay, so that's there's actually a lot of pictures on hers. Oh my goodness. I'm on the hotel's Wi-Fi, so it's like wanting to take forever to load. Yeah. I'll take that off there. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Come on.
Found mine. And of course, it's a veteran. Shocker. I swear, like every single one, and I really went random. Like I was just looking at the keypad. I'm like, that one, and it's at a national cemetery.
All right, I just typed in a bunch of random numbers. Yet that's not
3 in a row.
I've got a few random numbers I'll try after I do.
I am so excited to share mine.
I just got me a Michigander.
Michigan.
All right, I'm looking at y'all as I put numbers in.
Mine is in New Jersey. Josie, New Jersey.
Where
got
at
a
in
Texas
Michigan,
one.
Krista?
Huh?
Where at in Michigan?
Grand Rapids.
Oh, that's way too far.
Oh, my family's from Grand Rapids. I have deep roots in Grand Rapids.
Could be a cousin. You never know.
Oh, that's off the middle, Georgia Graves. It's okay.
What?
So, if you want to participate, the homeworks are always on the Grave Geek website. When Tasha remembers, he does not phone.
Listen, it's been
No, you're fine.
rough.
I'm just poking a little bit. But what it is we are doing a random find a grave. So you just go to, hang on. I will show you. And I gotta turn this off. Background off. Okay. Background off. And
Don't end the live.
I'm not ending the live.
We haven't done that in a long time.
No.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You go to find a grave.
I couldn't stop that one.
And you go to memorials. Okay. And then you go to memorial ID. And then you just type in a bunch of numbers. And then you hit search. And that's who I came up with. Is it backwards? I can't really see. I could just see.
Oh yeah, it's backwards.
Yeah, it's backwards.
Okay. So that's what the random number is. And I mean, you can use something that might, mean something to you. Some people have done birthdays or whatever. I just went totally random on my choices. And then what we do is we look them up and see if we could do some research on their family. Who were their parents? Who, where are they originally from? Things like that.
Oh, not to push. Is last random find a grave on the website? Yeah,
Not yet.
Okay.
No. Nope. I with the proposal draft being due and me dying last week.
And
No, you're good.
the paperwork in for the nonprofit. I mean,
Nope.
it's fine.
No, I'm
Dare you
not.
not get
Scold me. Tell me I'm not okay.
No.
No.
Look at this week. My cheeks are actually red again. Last week I was wicked white, so that's good. Yeah.
There's life in you again.
Yes, I've came out of my vampirism, and I am a human again.
No.
I've come. That sounded wrong. I was correcting what I said before.
You do not have consumption. That's not allowed.
No. But apparently there is measles, so.
Yeah.
New York State released a thing. My mama sent it to me.
Right. Words can't describe.
You got one in
things.
Governor. Awesome. Gone Graving.
There you go.
Florida local. I have not gotten a New York one. Like I said, every single one's been in a national cemetery. So that's okay.
The random one that I looked up, so I just button mashed while I was on with you guys.
That's what I did.
It's in Houston, Texas. Houston, we have a problem.
Well, hopefully you don't have a problem. Hopefully you don't have a problem at all.
I hope not. I mean, I do. I know I do. Oh no, he was only a month and 22 days.
Well, you can talk about his parents. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't think there'll be any descendants.
As long as it's not a crazy unaliving Parker.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine last month was.
Yeah, which
I'm just
by the
being
way,
funny.
With that, some people still haven't even sent me their stuff from last month. I don't remember who right off the top of my head. I'll have to look at that. But yeah, Allie, you're one of them, so yeah. What?
What stuff?
The random find a grave stuff from last month. Ashley, are you one of them too? Or did you do it or no? You were just making a guilty looking face, so I just had to assume.
I'm going to do it this time. I will be ready this time.
Okay.
I want to try.
You better. I'm coming to spank you.
She might enjoy that.
Oh my lord.
I mean,
it was towards the top. I'm good.
Oh,
whatever you like,
face
do
is
for
red.
you.
I literally have a shred bin, it's a box top underneath my desk. So this way I put the stuff in there so that this way it's all there. So I'm good.
There you go.
I will send this to you. You want it on the email?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Megan hasn't either. She just said. I feel brain dead. Where is Warren County, New York?
That way.
In the state.
When you say that way, hold on.
Actually, from where you are, it would be that way.
Well, yeah, because I'm not even in New York State right now.
It's above Albany, but below.
I'm searching it.
It's above Saratoga Springs.
Okay.
I'm like, it's between Albany and Plattsburgh.
There's too many counties in New York State for me to keep them all straight.
I know.
I don't even know all of Maryland. I just know it's on.
Hey, Tommy, how's it going, man? Tommy
There's
Coolwater.
92 counties. Indiana.
He has been so right on celebrity unaliving predictions that is stupid.
Yeah.
What you're saying is, excuse me, oh, for God's sake! I don't think so. Was he right on Michelle Trachtenberg?
Yes.
That
2 years ago, he called it. 2 years ago.
Did you see her though? She's looked awful for a couple of years.
Yeah. So I mean, he was off by a couple of years, but he's still.
Liver transplant will do that to you.
Mm-hmm. And Gene Hackman.
Yeah. My mom had one 8 years ago, and there for a while it was a little touch and go.
I'm telling you.
I'm afraid that that's going to end up being my dad. I don't
Be
know.
surprised how much the river can affect your entire body.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pancreas
too.
How many are you doing downgrading? You're only one. You only need to do one. Overachiever.
I'm doing them for the next 2 years.
I think last time he did 2 or 3.
Uh-huh.
Okay, mine's in Baltimore, Maryland.
Hey, that's kind of local.
Yeah.
That's like 3 hours.
No, Tommy, they keep falling down.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get my laptop. I'll be right back.
Oh. You got 15 minutes. Better hurry.
And counting.
I'm trying to keep myself awake by spinning myself in the chair.
Now you know why I'm always moving. Kicked you out. Oh, okay. Said you only had to do one. You don't have to overachieve.
Yeah, do your math homework.
Yeah.
That homework's more important.
Okay, you don't have to spend that much. You're making me sick.
I'm sorry. I'm so tired.
Or if you need, you can drop down, go to bed.
No, I want to stay on here. But
Okay.
I just it's the fidgety stuff that I do when I get tired.
Okay.
And I'm sitting in a spinny chair, so it's not helping.
Okay, Gongraving, you're fine. I will allow it. I'm just saying. You don't have to put all the rest of us old farts to shame. Simply Living Genealogy. Do you have anything upcoming to talk about?
I'm heading to Florida, and I called my friend I'm going to be visiting, and I convinced her to take a 3-hour trip up to Andersonville.
You voluntold her to drive, huh?
Voluntold.
I told her I would even drive after I have to drive 8 hours down to her house. And I'm like, I'm willing to drive us 3 hours the next day to Andersonville. And she said, okay.
There you go. So what do you hope to achieve there?
Well, I had already looked at the records they have for Jasper, my third great grandfather that was in prison there. And then I got a note to look up Guru's ancestor that was in prison there. And then I just kind of want to see what books they have, because I read the one I bought the last time I was there. And so I want to see what they have. And then I kind of just want to walk around and get some video content and stuff.
I would see, or maybe if they know, or if they have their own website, if they have, like outside of the major search engines, if they have specific repositories for records that maybe
have them there.
Right, but I wonder if they are digitized somewhere, or if they plan on digitizing, and if they do, where?
Well, right now, when I went last time, because I didn't think I could pull them because it said you had to let them know ahead of time. But the guy was like, oh, you found it, you pull it there. The thing is, they have files they pull there at Andersonville. Nothing's digitized. And it's all actually information that people have given them. So, like, I found someone had given them my Jasper's enlistment papers and his discharge paper. So I was able to get that. But not all the prisoners have a file. In fact, I found Aaron Killian, who I think is a cousin, and he was in Jasper's file. And I'm like, these are two different people. And so I want to make sure that that's been changed and that the information I mailed them, that they had put it in the file. So, but they had told me that because the Confederacy lost a lot of records, that they don't have anything else available. So whatever they said the National Archive has and stuff like that, they told me that I'm not going to find a lot of records on Andersonville prison because a lot of them were destroyed.
Always rough when you know that they had some, but
Yeah. Yeah.
To kind of go off of Andersonville. So, Fold 3. I don't know if you guys get like their emails or anything, but they recently put out some new records, and one of them is the Civil War prisoner of war records from 1861 to 1865. And if you go onto the Union side, they have 130,000 plus records for Andersonville right now on Fold 3.
Yeah, see, so I'm curious to see what that is.
Yeah.
Does it say where they got those records?
Not per se. I think it's
so
from
there's
Nara.
no source on it?
I think it's from Nara.
The one I already got when I was at Nara.
Because right now I was looking at like the smallpox stuff that they have right now, because they have it for the burials.
Right.
And on the very first one, it comes from the National Archives. So from Nara, I think.
So it's probably going to be any records at the Union, or not the Union. Probably any records that they kept.
Yeah, probably. But for them to have 130,000 records available right now for everything, that's from doctors, the prisoner of war going to the doctors,
right,
being buried, everything. It's 130,000 plus records right now.
Well, if they have medical records, I'd be curious to see that, because I know Jasper got sick. From his pension record, I was able to estimate when he got sick.
So I have 3 of them. They're two of them is 16,000 records together. It's 8,000 and 8,000, and then there's another 5,000 that I can look through.
So I don't know why I've never heard of Andersonville before you guys all talking about this recently.
I didn't know about it.
I've never heard about it either.
I discovered Jasper. It was one of the worst Confederacy prisons in history. Well, in the Civil War. And so they were really mistreated. They were pretty much like cattle in a stockyard. They weren't given anything for protection. Like, there was no buildings for them to sleep in. It was whatever they walked through the gate in. They had trouble feeding them. Smallpox was going around, and then they started. They gave all the soldiers vaccines. How they did it back then, but thousands of people died.
Yeah.
Didn't a certain someone kind of do stuff like get like ideas for his camps from there?
I don't think so.
That
No.
camp was only a certain amount of people, and they had like quadruple the amount of people that they could hold. So there was no food or shelter or clothing for anybody, and the prisoners were like burying people.
And they were feeding them like the corn that you would give feed to cattle. So it was just destroying their insides. And so I know, like Jasper, he died within 3 years of walking out of the prison.
Yeah, it says that in the 14 months of its existence, there was 45,000 Union prisoners. Of those, 12,920 passed and were buried in a cemetery created just outside of the prison walls.
Yep.
Yeah.
At one time, I think there was 36,000. Like, because some of them were paroled, so it was in and out. That's where the 40,000, 40 plus. But I think at one time it was either 33 or 36,000 all at the same time. In 32, okay. Yep. And it was only built to have 10.
I'm trying to remember the commander's name of Andersonville. I know it started with a W. I'm trying to remember his name. He was actually hung because of the conditions.
Yep, Middle Georgia Grace was writing that as you were saying it.
Oh, does he?
Yep. Yep, and there was like one stream that went through. And they were using it for everything,
Wait, the Union commander?
No, the Confederate
Or
commander.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that also tells me Tasha doesn't watch all of my videos. So.
When did you post on it?
About a year ago.
Before I was really even using TikTok.
Okay, fair point.
I
But
just
you could've
got
recognized
my
from
like on this. I just got my first on this day thing last week. So I haven't
Sounds
been
to
on
me like
TikTok
it's all an
very long.
excuse.
You could have gone back.
It's a lot of videos to go back.
Yes, that is true.
I have a
tried
little
to save
bit.
it before everything shut down. I was like, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
My phone's like, no more.
No, like I go 1 week without like really watching videos on here, and all of a sudden Allie's got 15 new ones that I haven't seen.
My bad.
I think
I almost
everybody else
posted
is.
another new one tonight, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna save that because I'm starting to run low. So I recycled one from.
Everybody else is better at posting videos on the Tickety Talk than Tasha is. I haven't posted one in like 2 months.
I've been bad. I've been doing a little bit
I've
better.
not posted. Well, that's a lie. I've got 2 videos on mine, but they're
See,
like 3 years
I'm
old.
not into like the like Elvis and seeing populars or celebrities or stuff. I want to see historical figures.
Right.
I want to see I want to go see the presidents. I want to see the Medal of Honor winners. I want to see. We saw. Oh gosh. Babe. Who was when we went the year before up on Poets on the Hill? Hemingway? Ernest Hemingway? Like, I want to see those.
That dude was
Or was
nuts.
it? No. Hemingway and Hawthorne.
But not in the same place.
Right.
Hemingway, I think, England.
Oh, right. Yes.
Nathaniel Hawthorne.
Yeah, Nathaniel Hawthorne was in that one, and there was a female there too, who was famous.
Yes, for women.
Woman?
Stephen.
Oh.
Um,
Damn.
They're all thinking.
It's on the tip of my tongue right here, but it's not coming off.
Yank it out.
Lucy May Alcott.
Yes, Alcott.
Megan for
Thank
the
you, Megan.
Yeah. So like those are the people I want to see. Like that's awesome. Like Elvis, cool. If I'm there, cool. But like I would never go to Hollywood Forever Cemetery to walk around. Like I mean, if I'm there and there's time, or I'm going with somebody because they want to see it, cool. But
Yeah, I'd rather see the random Joe Schmo.
I'd rather see a bunch of farmers. People who actually mattered.
The only famous grave like that I want to see really is like Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds.
The only famous one that I've ever wanted to see, I've already been at and stood where he was spread. So,
Spread.
John Lennon. Yep, he was scattered and spread.
that's a good one, Middle Georgia Graves. Yeah, I like to see the whole
And
one.
Anthony.
Like the 6 children in the old burying grounds in Concord,
Yeah.
like the old slate. So it's a long slate tablet, and it's probably 7 feet long or so. With the 6 children in old burial grounds in Concord. It's like 6-7 feet long, ish. 7, he said. So, and it's got six of the children.
Are you batting at something, Tasha? Oh.
I like stumbling upon the schmurders. I'm the weird one. But like in North Watertown when I found the Egans,
Yeah.
I was and then in I think it was Dexter is where Arthur Shawcross's parents are. I was like, ooh.
Stuff like that is also interesting to come across in
Yeah.
person.
Well, it's the things like you hear the stories because they're local. Like, so the Egans,
Yeah.
I think I told you all about that story already, but Arthur Shawcross, his first two victims were in Watertown. And then he went out to Rochester. But I don't know. Like, it's weird. I know. But
It's the random people. Like, you'd never think that it's them or their family. Like, again, the one that I did, it was the uncle and the first cousin of Black Bart, the train robber.
yeah.
I thought that.
Ashley!
What?
Good morning.
Oh,
You sleepy, darling?
Sorry.
You're
I woke
okay.
up this morning. I'm tired.
It's not just me that's fallen asleep now this week.
I'm sorry. I'm
No,
tired.
you're okay.
Don't
You're okay.
apologize. Don't apologize.
I wasn't snoring, was I?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Good.
You're good.
Listen, be straight up about snoring, okay? It's okay.
Everybody snores once in a while. It's okay.
My husband says I do.
Well, remove this part of the
It's 10 o'clock anyway, so it's time to go.
No, it made me happy because the other night on Discord I passed out on all these guys too. So
no, I haven't even taken my cough syrup today. I ran out.
Oh no.
I have 0 cough syrup.
So, homework is a random find a grave. And we will go through everything. And if you haven't got your stuff to the lovely Miss Tasha, please do so. You can scan it and send it to her. Send it to the Grave Geeks email, and it'll get posted as time permits. We did have a slight snag in the filing for the nonprofit. Supposedly,
it's all taken care of now.
yeah. Supposedly there was something that was incorrect, even though it was probably all correct. So Tasha redid it, and it's back out there. So it might be a couple extra days from March 6th, like we said, but it's still gone through. We got the refund, and then they charged it again, whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because for whatever reason, that was the way that they had to do it. They had to like completely cancel out the whole order and then redo it. I'm signing into it right now just to see if there's any update on it.
So it's going through. So we will have the nonprofit, and they're working on the quote for the liability insurance now. So just like we said before, once we get up and rolling and we're able to provide stuff for people, for volunteers, you'll just have to sign a waiver stating that you're taking responsibility for everything you're doing, and Grave Geeks doesn't have any, liability in what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So
now it's saying
March 12th.
March 12th.
Cool. So we will get there. So it's in the works, and then as soon as we do have some extra money left over, so that'll go towards the insurance, and then we'll let you guys know what the insurance quote is. So Tasha, do you want to just give a brief synopsis on what that insurance will cover?
So it's general liability. So if, say, for some reason, Mac did a workshop and somebody at that workshop got hurt, they technically should not be able to name Grave Geeks in a lawsuit, but they do anyway. So basically what the liability insurance will do is put this orders in and everything to get Grave Geeks taken off from any claims.
So there's that. If, say, you're in a cemetery and you break a stone, and they try coming after not just you, but grave geeks too. The insurance covers that stuff. And then there's directors and officers on it, which, because, like, so technically my name and Allie's name is physically adhered to grave geeks. So if somebody tries going after grave geeks, they can name us in a lawsuit too. So if like a board member or something gets named on it, the directors and officers covers all of
Oh,
that.
come on.
What?
Nothing. Never mind. Sorry. Got nothing to do with what you were talking about.
Okay. It's like, what did I do?
I'm sorry, Alex.
Everything.
What else was there? I just lost my train of thought. Hold on.
Directors. And
Yeah,
board
so
members covered.
I was just trying to see if the previous emails were in there. But yeah, so general liability, directors and officers. There was something else. I can't think. I can't think.
That's okay. That's okay.
I can't think.
There's
That's okay.
something else in there. I don't know.
That's all right. So it's just it's going to cover so that this way Grave Geeks doesn't get pulled into anything. So or if somebody's saying that we're providing false information.
There we go. Yeah. So advertising is also included in general liability. If somebody says that we're putting false information out there and they try to go after us, that's covered. If what?
Peanut gallery.
Okay. If somebody tries saying that we are going after them, that is covered. Just we all know, but yeah. So that's covered. Really anything that's yeah.
So we'll be covered for that stuff.
Yeah.
But
Which is crazy.
But we'll let you know what that and we'll use whatever we have to put towards that. And once we have the quote, so we know what the monetary value or what it'll cost per year, so that this way, if we have to do a little bit more crowdfunding, we can do that. And but so far, everything's paid for the filing and everything for the nonprofit. And then again, if you want to start looking around for grants or things like that that we might be able to apply for in the future, obviously we have to get established and stuff first, but that's something that we can look into, as well as we'll be able to solicit businesses to donate because we will be a nonprofit. It's a write-off for them. So a lot of times, so if you wanted to put on, let's say, a free workshop, and you went to one of the car dealerships that wants to sponsor you, they could send Grave Geeks the donation, and then we can in turn purchase the supplies with the nonprofit, so no taxes. We can purchase that and get them sent to you, so that this way you have the supplies to put on. And then, whatever agreement you have with the car dealership saying, you're sponsored by blah, 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 Davidson's car dealership, then they can do that. And then they get the tax write-off and you get the supplies and...
Yep.
Do all the fun work.
Yeah, and right now we're about 250 over the original goal. So that should cover at least some of it.
Cushion.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly say it's a cushion because we know it'll be put right towards the insurance, but we know that it's at least we have
got that much.
Yeah.
We have the start of what we'll need. And then we'll keep everybody updated. And then going forward, we'll be able to give a financial report for everybody with the expenditures for the year. So, however we're able to come up, again, if somebody, a company or whatever wants to donate for, if you want to do a video about, how great it is and how they, because a lot of times free publicity, not free, but, publicity for them on different sites, they would pay for advertising anyways. So you could, ask some of these businesses if they'd be willing to donate to a nonprofit that does this for tax write-off because it's a nonprofit. We'll just have a set goal for, the start of each year to pay for the website and any licensing fees that we'll have to continue, as well as the insurance. So we'll get that all together once we have a better idea of what it is.
Yeah.
Are we going to do merch, like T-shirts?
Yes. So as soon as we get the nonprofit up, there's a company here that is local, but they ship, like they have a whole website. They'll do all of it. And then you can direct order from them. And then we'll have, because we'll need to get a bank account on its own for the nonprofit. Don't want to start any of that until we have that bank account. So we'll have a merch store and we can come up with, the Grave Geeks logo that we've got. Plus, if there's other things that people want to come up with, we can look at those things and put them together and see what everybody likes. We can even have votes and polls up on the website, like, hey, let's do a contest. Send in your best, merch logo or saying or picture or whatever, and have people vote on what they like.
Yeah.
And if B wants for a T-shirt, then he can go right on. We'll have the link right on the page. He can go right to seasonal. There you go. He could go right to their website, order it, and they ship it directly to him.
Yep. So we don't have to mess around with doing any of it.
So it wouldn't first come to us and then we have to mail it to you. So it's cutting out the middleman and everything else. And then whatever profits we get will go into the pot to pay for the yearly whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yes, I know. I'm excited too.
All right, guys. I need to lay down.
Yes. It's time. So, if you have any questions, you can email gravegeeks@gmail.com. But other than that, I will see you all next week. Keep your chin up. Smile.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a good week. So we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night, everybody.